What's going on, guys? Welcome back to our Let's Play here on the Bedrock edition. Now, last episode we took a little bit of venture out, exploring, checked out some of the new biomes and the coral reefs and the shipwrecks and the ruins. Checked out all of that good stuff from the update, saw some dolphins as well. Now, there's a few things from the update that obviously were mentioned in the update notes, like the trident, but they failed to mention that the trident is impossible to get in survival at the moment. You can only get the trident as a drop from the drowned mobs, and it's uncraftable. Now, I double checked and triple checked this, like there's no way of crafting it even on the weapons tab. It doesn't even show it. So there is no way of crafting it, and the drowned mobs haven't actually been implemented yet. So one of their main highlights of the update of the new weapon, the trident, and the new enchants on the trident is completely unobtainable on survival. So yeah, GG. Microsoft for that. And I saw a lot of people's videos like within 3 or 4 hours of the update coming out. Is there anything down there? Yeah, for like 3 or 4 hours of the update coming out, when they were showing all of the content that was being released in the update, and it was showing the trident, but all of their videos seemed to be on the beta version, and that was where the trident is obviously still holding on the beta version, and is still obtainable in creative on like the experimental or beta version. And none of the videos that I saw, like within 3 hours of the update having been out, were actually of them playing in the update itself, because there's a lot of content and a lot of stuff like the drowned mobs were in most of the videos, and that's definitely not in the new update that's just been released. So yeah, unfortunately, we can't test out the trident, which is what I was hoping to be able to do this episode. I had a little bit of a plan of implementing our zombie spawner to turn it into a drowned mob spawner to be able to get the trident. But we're going to be doing our sort of aquarium thing. Now, as you can see over here, I've actually dug out an area and I've lit it up and I've done the walls of sand. A lot of prep work, and over here in this double chest we've got a chest full of all of our goodies that we gathered on our outing in the last episode. Now, the last episode was literally, I finished recording that around about 20 minutes, maybe half an hour ago, after getting back to base. And I really need to light up this little area. Unfortunately, this farm that I am going to be building is not going to be done in today's episode. I really do want to get round to it, but with the implementation of being able to move fish around and the different types of fish you can get with all the new blocks and stuff, I really wanted to just sort of test it out and give it a go. Also, I did figure out that it's not the shears you need on the blocks. Let me find an actual block here. Yeah, to get the, what is it, the unbarked version? I forgot what it's called. You just sort of left click or left trigger in my case on the block to get rid of the bark, and it is called a stripped jungle wood. Yeah, so stripped wood instead of the unbarked wood, which is what I was referring it to. And I'm actually going to have to make spaces in these chests for it now, because it's a new variation. There's also new pressure plates, new buttons, and new trapdoors for each wood type. So I've got to get round to making room for all of them items within our storage system. As you can see, it's still ticking away. It's still working a treat, actually. It's like, unfortunately, when I leave and re-enter the area, when it's unloaded and reloaded, this redstone pulse that you see going around tends to just sort of cut out, which means which is the whole reason that I added the implementation of this button up here to reactivate it, just in case that did happen. And yeah, it works fine. But over here we've cleared out, I think it's around about a 9 or 10 deep hole. Now, initially I was going to have glass going over the top of it, like just a whole layer of glass with water underneath, so you could just walk on top and look at it. But then I did a little section, covered it with glass, and I saw how it looked. And if we go over here to our melon farm, the streaks in the glass, it's too much. It's just too noisy. You can't really see that well. Although they fixed it where the water isn't appear to be running along the words. They fixed it so the water doesn't appear to be running when water's placed next to glass. But they really need to sort out either a clearer texture. Now, I've actually got the city skin texture pack, but obviously I'm not running it at the moment. Their glass on the skitty tin? My god, words, English, please. On the City Skin pack, the glass texture is a lot clearer. Now, I really wish there was a way of being able to pick certain blocks that you want from texture packs that you've paid to actually get. So you can like go through your choices and say, you know what, I actually want the glass from this texture pack, and then I want the cobblestone from this texture pack. Just so that because you've paid for the content, and I really wish it was accessible in a way that you can pick and choose what textures. Really, everything. What is he doing up there? Get down, stupid spider. I really wish there was a way that they would implement that so you can pick and choose. So the glass over the top of this, I tested like a 3x3 section of it, and you could barely see down into the water through the streaks. So I chose just to do this weird little sort of crazy wooden pathway going to each section. Now we were struggling to decide what to do with this middle section, and I think it's an ideal area to have sort of like a little pond type area. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to fill this completely with water, and I'll bring you back for placing all of the coral reefs. And I did actually manage to find some blue ice as well in them icebergs. It was just dotted about here and there. It wasn't a great amount, but the reason how comes I've only got 6 blocks of it is because it takes as long as obsidian to mine. It's ridiculously long. And like you saw how long it took the packed ice to mine, the blue ice. You know what, I can actually just show you. We do that. And this is efficiency 5 pickaxe. And yeah, that is how long it takes to mine, which is I didn't see a great need for it at the moment, so I didn't fancy sticking about there for like 45 minutes just mining like a stack of it. But yeah, I'm going to quickly fill this area with water, and then I'll bring you back for the placing of all the good stuff. So yeah, back in a sec. Okay, now I've got the water all put in. It's looking fairly decent. I do like the amount of lighting there is underneath there as well. I did actually add some more glowstone just over there. And we've got a bit of sand just bobbling up and down in the water. Let's hop in there, grab that. So far so good. Now let's get our fun blocks to play with. Now obviously we're not going to be using all of these blocks because otherwise it would actually fill the entire thing. But let's just grab a bunch of these. And let's see what we can do with them. We're definitely going to want some red, I think. And I want to do it just so that you can just see it so much, but not sort of overdo it. And I've got to make sure that I'm placing them so enough sides of it's facing water that it doesn't end up killing it. Say that for the red. Then we get some blue. Say over. We want to bring it up pretty high. Bring it out by 1. That looks alright. Get this, I think it's magenta. Let's quickly get some air first of all. And back down. Then let's say we want to bring this one out a little bit. Bring it up. And then maybe bring it up by 1 just there. Say out like so. That looks alright. Let's say some yellow now maybe. The yellow blends in a little bit with the sand, so it's not too sort of intrusive, but I may need to head back and get some more of them fin things, the fans that go on the side of them. I don't think I've got nearly enough of the actual coral things though. I've got a yellow one. Yeah, I've got a lot of the fans, but not a lot of the actual coral things that sit on the top one before I drown again. It's not looking too bad. What colour? Gonna need to do something about the red a little bit, I reckon. They bring it out like so. Just want to make sure that I'm not covering up the glowstone as well. So like that. And then I don't think we've used any pink yet. So Let's just throw some pink in the middle. Okay, bring this up like so. I'm a little bit worried as well that when I put some fish in here, they're just going to go swimming into the coral and then end up drowning or something. Okay, so we want to mix up the actual colours, so we'll put that purple one on there. We've got a load of blue ones, so say blue one on top of you, on top of you, then blue one on top of you, and then blue one on top of you. We got any more? We've got a yellow one, which can go on the blue, just so that they stand out a little bit more. Then we've got the fans, so they go on the sides. So you've got these. Oh, no, things alright. Worried I was going to drown them, but I forgot I got respiration on my helmet. Now obviously you can't see these that well from here, but when you're up at the top, it does add like another little bit of texture to them. So, got some pink ones. Which one hasn't got many on it? So, put one on you. We've got some red ones. So, you. Put one on the side there. Maybe on the side of... Does it block light? No, it doesn't. We're good there. And on there. Okay. Not looking too bad. Now we've got some kelp. I'm fairly sure that the kelp will carry on growing if you leave it, but we can block it up a little bit. I should have really grabbed more kelp than the ones that I've got. If we just dot a few of them about, hopefully they'll just carry on growing. I'm going to add like a little bit of movement down here. And then we, ouch, oh, now I'm drowning. We've got some sea pickles to put down. Sea pickle. Do these emit light when you put them down, or is it only the naturally spawned ones that do it? It doesn't look like they emit too much light. So let me see if we can't put... Oh, let me land. There we go. We put like a glowstone over there. Maybe a bit of glowstone just over here. Just to light up the bottom so we can see it all better. And maybe a bit of glowstone just over here. Then, can you put sea pickles on coral? Yes, you can. Sea pickles, yay! Do some of that. Just dot these about wherever. Just to add like another little bit of texture. And then let's get a bit of a view from where we're going to be walking over it. See how it looks. Yeah, it's not too bad actually. Looks a little bit dark over there. So maybe if we take out a couple of these, we pop down here, and then we throw a bit of glowstone just over there, just to sort of light up that area. Oh, come on. That looks a lot better now. Yeah, and I think once the... Is it kelp? Once that grows quite a bit, and hopefully it does carry on growing, and because it's got a little bit of like animation and movement to it, it'll make it look all that much difference. All that much difference? All that much better, should I say. I think as like our little sort of water feature that we can cross over. Now, if they do implement some type of clear glass, then I definitely will be replacing it with glass rather than just a wooden walkway. And if you're worried or wondering how comes I've gone all staggery around the walkway, because I really hate the look of straight walkways going back and forth. Unless they're done in a bridge format, that makes sense. Otherwise, it's sort of all the pathways here, as you can see, none of them are done straight. although that this one could be done very straight, I've sort of tried my best to zigzag it and then zigzag this around and zig it over there. I think it just makes the whole natural look of it look 10 times more better. As for that, I think we should add some fish that we've caught. I'm going to release the puffer fish last, mainly because I'm worried that things are going to start poisoning me again. And also, I have no idea if these fish will despawn after a certain amount of time, or if they're just going to remain here. And I'm worried about them getting stuck in the block and just killing themselves. Okay, he doesn't look like he's going to be very entertaining, does he? He's like super tiny. Well, that one's a bit bigger. I think we're definitely going to need more fish though. Let's grab some more. Let's put you out there. And then our pufferfish. Ow, really? Straight away? Stupid pufferfish. Why did I even bother taking one of them? Go on, shrink back down to normal size. Yeah, I think we're definitely going to need some bigger fish in there, really, aren't we? Let me grab some more buckets of water. And I think we should throw some just standard like salmon or cod in there that we've got near our base. Hop up here. Is it night time? Of course it's night time, and of course it's raining. But you'd be happy to know that I've had no more mishaps with my villagers. They're all still here, they're all still kicking. I still have not unlocked all of our librarian's trades yet because, well, I've only got like half a double chest full of sugarcane to turn into paper. So yeah, I've got to wait for that to sort of build up before bothering. Just fill that up just in case there's any zombies wandering around. And there's a fishy. Yeah, these ones are a lot bigger, so I think... Oh. Can we catch you, please? Wait, guy, come here. Come on. Why do I keep on letting him go? There, thank you. You are a salmon. What else have we got over here? I think they're just all salmon around here, aren't they? What is... I'm assuming that's something in my base. Oh, really? These things are a lot harder to catch. There we go. That's 2. And swim quickly. That's another part of my base where my nether portal is. Ah, come on. There we go. Just want a couple more. Because these ones are big and they'll sort of fill it out a bit. Stop letting them go. Okay, that's 4. I think 6 should do it, shouldn't it? 5. And then... Wait. Oh, really? You know I'm going to catch you. Why are you trying to leg it? Thank you. And that's our 6. Just as we start drowning. I still really need to do something about all of these horses. Like, I caught another horse that looked pretty cool and I put some armour on him. Is it armour? Yeah, some iron armour and a saddle. Still got the llamas that I have no idea what I'm meant to be doing with. Got the donkey as well with a saddle on. Mainly because I'd never tamed a donkey before and he was just crossing. Oh, also, the chicken cooker, since the update, has now started to produce cooked chicken instead of just the raw chicken. So, happy days on that. That seems to be one of the bug fixes. The last bug fix that they done fixed this so that the larva wouldn't just kill the chickens without dropping anything. And when they done that, they obviously didn't fix it so that it was turning into cooked chicken. But this must have been one of the underlining bug fixes that they would have done, like, just behind the scenes of the major update. So yeah, I actually need to go through and cook all of that. Also, kelp can obviously be turned into dried kelp and then dried kelp blocks, which can be used as fuel. Oh, my fish is still in here. Oh, look, they are all swimming about. Okay, we've got to try get in here without getting too close to the pufferfish. And we want to let these salmon all go. Oh. And as you can see now that I'm away from that massive ocean where all the fishes and everything were obviously rendered, that moving stuff around my inventory is a lot smoother. Oh, Atlantis for achievement. Find an underwater ruin. I did that ages ago, but thanks anyway. Oh, another achievement. Ahoy. Find a shipwreck. Okay, it looks like it's just trying to give me all the achievements. Ow, pufferfish got me again. Me gold. Dig up a buried treasure. Yep, I've done that. Okay, that's it. But yeah, that's quite a lot of fish, and the salmon seems to have filled it out quite a bit now as well. So it looks a little bit chaotic now. But yeah, I definitely like that. It's definitely filled up this area that was obviously looking very plain and empty. Sorry about that shortcut there, guys. I had a bit of a coughing fit. I'm still not feeling 100% at the moment. So yeah, I sort of had to just edit that little. I tried to carry on talking after I started coughing, and yeah, I just carried on coughing for about 5 minutes. So I'm just going to repeat everything that I did say, if I can remember what I did say. The pufferfish keeps on getting stuck on the little bits of coral reef. And yeah, what I was saying is that eventually, with this sort of concept, I want to turn one of the ocean monuments into obviously an ocean monument farm to harvest guardian drops. But then also at the same time build off of that and have like a massive underwater type base. But that's all way down in the future. I'm nowhere near finished around this area of all the stuff that I want to do. As you can probably tell, this is all just like the starter stuff. But as for a centerpiece for our little man cave, I don't think it looks too bad. A little bit disappointed that there's no clear glass. I think it would look a lot better if we could just have a layer of glass that we could just walk over. But I could actually just sit here and watch these for hours. Quite enjoyable watching these because their sort of AI pathfinding is a little bit chaotic. It's just random. The salmon seem to be sticking in a group, following the same path as each other. But the other fish just tend to be going in directions, hitting an edge, and then automatically turning. I think it's like an anti-clockwise direction, by the looks of it. You just follow that one there on my crosshair. Oh no, he done a complete 180 and he's heading back. But yeah, just this quick little project for today, unfortunately. I obviously really want to get cracking on the sheep farm, which will definitely 100% be in the next episode. Unless there's another update for Minecraft introducing the... whatchamacallit? Trident. There we go. Words come to me eventually. Unless there's an update that introduces a trident or a way to acquire the trident, then obviously I'll want to aim towards getting that, because if we get the trident with some decent enchants on it, we can get rid of our bow and our sword and just run around with a trident. And that would free up like a whole inventory slot. In fact, it will free up 2 inventory slots, because that will get rid of our bow and arrows. The trident would replace the sword, and yeah, so we could just have the trident. But I'm quite looking forward to that coming in. But if that obviously doesn't drop within the next day or two, then I will definitely be getting cracking on with the sheep farm that I've got planned. Because as you can see, I've done the preparation for it. I've bred up the sheep. I've got the area prepared for the... I think I may need to dig just the bottom sections out a little bit wider. I can't dig out any more wider this way, otherwise it will back onto our storage system. But other than that, I've gone ahead and got all of the redstone gadgets that I need. So I've got like a couple of stacks of droppers. half a stack of comparators, 3 stacks of repeaters, a stack of sticky pistons. So the project that I've got is a little bit redstone intensive. Now the sheep farming mine that I have got is not an efficient design, it's a more gimmicky design than anything else. I'm a little bit worried about this ladder. The thing is that if I get rid of the ladder and then if I accidentally fall in, at least if I fall in, I can then just swim over here and just hop up the ladder. But I'm worried that the fish might accidentally hit the ladder and automatically go up. But I've not seen it happen so far, and the fish, well, the fish aren't that hard to actually get hold of. I'd love to be able to get hold of a dolphin and put it in here. And oh yeah, I've got completely sidetracked on what I was saying. The sheep farm that I've got in mind isn't an efficient design, and it's not a farm that I'd say is AFKable in any way whatsoever. It's more of a sort of gimmicky design, and it's built off a concept that was done by someone else around about 4 years ago. And I've sort of just built off of that concept, and I'm not gonna say who or what farm it is, because otherwise it will ruin the next episode for you. And I'm hoping that you're looking forward to the next episode, as much as I am anyway. But yeah, that's going to do it for me today. Hopefully you've enjoyed our little project that we've done today. I know it was just a little one, it wasn't redstone, it was more cosmetic than anything else. But as you can see, it does brighten up the area quite a bit, and it's made this little central area look that much more better. And I love the fact that there's animations of the fish underneath. I'm quite looking forward to see if this kelp grows, because then that's sort of voice break. There you go. See, I am definitely ill, as you can tell. Let's have something to eat there. Yeah, once the kelp grows, that's got like an animation to it as well. As you can see just down there in the bottom right, it sort of like swells and swishes. And if that starts growing, then I think that will look a lot better as well. And I definitely want to go get some seagrass to put in there, because I think the animations that added in along the bottom bit would look awesome. But yeah, I'm quite happy with the little project. The cod seem to have separated from each other now. They're all going their own route. But yeah, that's going to do it for me today. Hopefully you've enjoyed today's episode, and I'll hopefully see you all in the next one. Bye bye.